Hey everyone, MTash here, and today I want to talk about the new artifact set because it changes everything. Is it going to be the number one thing everyone should be farming? That's something you need to decide based on where your account is. If you've got a bunch of god tier noblesse sets where you've got, crack stats, attack, and crit damage and all that stuff, maybe you don't need to farm it. But if you look at this set, I'm just going to cut to it really quickly. This Emblem of Severed Fate is so valuable because it works for everyone. It doesn't matter if they're Pyro or Hydro or Animo. You could throw this set on anyone and it would be really, really valuable. Even the 2-piece set here getting energy recharge, really cool. But this one here is, I don't know if people like understand how good it is because of how easy it is to get energy recharge in like a decent amount and get this big boost of damage. So you're going to be increasing your elemental burst damage by 25% of your energy recharge, right? My Xingqiu has the Festering Desire. Diona here has Sacrificial Bow. If you look here, I can get the Sacrificial Greatsword. There's the Sacrificial Sword for Xingqiu. There's tons of different weapons in the game that give energy recharge, and I think that they're pretty damn accessible, and they're all typically pretty decent. And the nice thing here is, as you play the game, like, everyone has a base amount of energy recharge, right? Every character in the game. If I go all the way down here to my Amber with no artifacts here, I look at her attributes overall, she has 100% energy recharge. So doesn't that mean if I'm getting 25% of that, I would be getting 25% bonus damage? Is that not true? Now, it could be bonus, but it doesn't say that. It doesn't say bonus energy recharge. It just says 25% of energy recharge. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I can't test this yet. But that is insanity because you automatically get 25% more damage. Now, in the case of my Xingqiu, he's got like 193. So he'd be getting like almost 50% damage on that burst ability, which is nothing to sneeze at. That is really, really good. And I have another thing for you to consider. Now, maybe you're farming and trying to get some electro damage for your Beidou. Maybe you're going and you're trying to get some hydro damage for Xingqiu. The issue is, if you put days and days and weeks of resin into min-maxing and trying to get the god rolls for this, it is not usable on like anyone else. It is not going to be valuable on your, Chi-Chi that you inevitably get. It's not going to be good on your Albedo. But the other one is, if you go and you farm the domain for weeks and weeks and weeks, and you're getting crit rate and crit damage, 20 energy recharge. If you get a bunch of good stats on this, it is valuable on every single support in the game, and so the value is automatically up. That's one of the reasons why I use, and I've been searching and hunting for a good noblesse set. I've got a couple of great pieces here because I can throw this in any team. Is it optimal on like a Diona? Maybe it isn't. Is it optimal in Xingqiu? Maybe it isn't. But it is something that I can throw on any character that I use for the most part, and I'm getting some sort of value. And so those things are exciting. Now, Noblesse is great, and I have farmed a bunch, but that means I also have a bunch of this Bloodstained set, and I don't personally really need it. I don't really need it for anyone. It's fine. If you get some good ones, that's cool. But the beauty of this one is if you are farming this new set that's valuable on tons of different characters, this one is also pretty damn good, and I think it's better than people might give it credit for. It does sound like a pretty big risk versus reward type thing. We're getting some base attack, which is cool, but when you use your elemental skill, if the character has 15 or more energy, you lose the energy, right? But you get a boost to your damage for normal charge and plunged attacks. You get 50% more damage. That's not more hydro damage. That's not a little bit more crit damage. That's just damage. That's more damage, period. That's going to be one of the biggest damage multipliers in the game. And with all the different characters that are available, the Electro Traveler, if you go Google a kit. That character is going to generate a ton of energy for your team, okay? There's characters like Fischl that can be really good batteries for different characters. You can find someone to use this on who will have no problem. If you've got a Razor, you could throw this on him. He'd do some great damage. A lot of different greedy characters can pop their ability and then just go ham like a Hu Tao, and they're going to hit like a truck. And yeah, you're going to lose some energy, okay? You're going to lose some energy. Well, if you have enough energy recharge, if you have some batteries going, it might not even matter. Maybe you run a triple animal build. I don't know what you're doing, but I just think that this is honestly a game changer, and it's one of the things I'm most excited for going forward, to test these things out and just try something new. I know that if I go in, I spend some time farming here, I'm going to get some good pieces for my team. And I want to show you a couple characters where I think this is going to be utterly broken. Just god tier good. Now, Venti is going to be one of them. I'm going to explain why. Typically, you would use the Verdescent set, and so the only time I would say you would use this is if you had another animal character in your team who is going to be debuffing. Or if you just don't care about this debuff. I personally, if I'm using an animal character, Verdescent has to be on the team. But maybe you're using a Venti and a Jean. Maybe you've got Sucrose and Venti trying to get some Elemental Mastery going. Maybe you've got a Kazuha. You can use one of them to swirl and debuff the enemies, and the other one can use the set. And the reason I recommend Venti is because of Storm Eye here. So you regenerate 15 energy for Venti after the effects of his ultimate go off, and if you swirl, you also give teammates that 15 energy. Well, you could give that to literally counter the energy drain of that bottom set, of this new set. If you're using a Venti and swirling, you could throw this on a D-Luke or something like that, and you would get that huge boost of damage. Is that going to be the best use of it? Probably not, but it's just an example of something you could do. Do it to a Hu Tao, do it for your Razor. Razor's running around freaking clawing everyone down, doing extra damage. I see some major potential. And so I think that Venti opens some doors because of that energy, transfer. But another one, Weiss. Do you not, if you have a Mona, this is a dream set with the Waterborne Destiny. Increases Mona's Hydro damage by a degree of 20% of her energy recharge. So I personally always want to use energy recharge, period. So you're getting 20% in the base set. You're also boosting damage. 25% of your damage is going to go increasing your burst damage, but also you're getting flat out Hydro damage bonus, one of the biggest bonuses to your damage in the game. So if you get this set on Mona, I think she's going to go from like a good support. She could do a lot of damage. I just think it's one of those things that the accessibility of Mona and the value of her just goes up with this. Yes, you could farm a god tier Noblesse set or like I don't know, like the Hydro set, I suppose. But that's a lot of resources to put into a character. Now, if you get a good, freaking energy set, throw it on Mona, and all of a sudden she's cracked, like 2 seconds. So that's another one. And then this is one of the main ones I want to bring up is Xingqiu. Yes, I might lose out on some Hydro damage or like the Noblesse set, but I can put the Noblesse on Bennett or someone else, right? But here's the thing, is this sword damage here is really high. It's much higher than you might think because every single sword is doing a hit of this. And there's like 50 swords that go out over the course of an ultimate. But here's the thing, it does have a pretty high energy cost. You have a 20-second cooldown, but a 15-second duration. And so if you can get enough energy recharge, such as set, as well as an energy recharge weapon, well, all of a sudden, you can have almost 100% uptime on one of the best abilities in the game. And every time you use this, it puts the Fatal Rain screen on your body. This character is amazing as is, but I think this new set is going to take him to the next level. It opens up, maybe another one of your supports to use Noblesse, and I'm like just praying I get some good drops early on. But again, you could throw it on a Beto. It would be really, really good. I think on Beto, this is god tier. This is a god tier thing. Again, her Stormbreaker, high energy, but again, good duration. 20-second cooldown. If you can spam that and get that up all the time, maybe using Fischl or the Electro main character, all of a sudden, you've got some great support, great damage coming in, and it's going to hit even harder because of the set. So I don't know if I need to hype it up anymore, but this really does change everything. It changes everything. Pick a spot, pick a person on here, equip it, and they're going to just be better. Is it going to be the best? Maybe not, but I don't care. I'm excited. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye.